Hello and welcome to my Unknown Empire. I am Unknown Emperor, and it is my pleasure that I can bring you my top 10 Nickelodeon cartoons. I've already brought you my top 10 Disney and my top 10 Cartoon Network cartoons, so it is only right that I finish the trifecta with Nickelodeon. And Nickelodeon to me is the second best of the cartoons as far as totality and collective. And when it comes to the big three, when it comes to Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, and Nickelodeon, Nickelodeon was founded in 1977. It premiered in 1979. And from that point, it has been blessing us with cartoons and a lot of memories for us to live by and live through. When it comes to the product right now, it is held together by two dominant mainstays. From what I see, it is SpongeBob SquarePants and the Loud House. Those two are the two cornerstones of Nickelodeon right now when it comes to cartoon. But I remember when Nickelodeon was littered with cartoons, from the Cat Scratch, from the Angry Beavers, the Cat Dog, the Hey Arnold, it's so many great Jimmy Neutron, Fairly Odd Parents. There's so many great cartoons that Nickelodeon gave us and blessed us with that it was very tough to condense them down into a top 10 list, but I was able to do so. If you would like, you can leave a comment letting me know your top Nickelodeon cartoons. And if you're new to the Unknown Empire, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like I said, leave a comment, leave a like, share with everybody that you know. And if you're not new, I do appreciate you. Always welcome to the Unknown Empire. You too, please leave your top 10 Nickelodeon cartoons in the comments down below. You're more than welcome to agree with my top 10. 9 times out of 10, you're going to disagree with my top 10. But this is my top 10. You can leave yours. The opinions of everybody is always welcome. I'm not gonna hold you too long. But without further ado, let's get into it. Coming in at number 10, we have everybody's favorite blue dog. It is Blue's Clues, spanning from 1996 to 2006, giving us 4 wonderful seasons that I'm aware of. I'm aware of Steve and Joe. I don't know that Don guy. I'm aware of Steve, who is the OG, who is the one that got me in the Blue's Clues and what made me put this in my top 10. And Joe, his brother, who came in a little bit later when Steve had to go handle his business. But we had Blue, we had Salt and Pepper, we had Mail Time. We had The Notebook, we had Magenta, we had so many memorable characters, we had a lot of good feelings, a lot of emotions given to Blue's Clues. Blue's Clues was one of those before school, after school shows that you can most definitely watch. It was low stimulation. So you can sit there and really just, it doesn't wind you up. It really just calms you down. It teaches you stuff. It really gets you interactive. It was a staple in my childhood, so I had to put it in my top 10. Joe, I appreciate you. You gave us a message when you came back. I shed a tear. Had to put it there. I feel like it is in a nice spot. A lot of people wouldn't put Blue's Clues in their top 10. I most definitely did. So it is at the bottom with all the respect, all the love in the world. I appreciate you. Next up on the top 10, coming in at number 9, we have Rocket Power. Spanning from 1999 to 2004, giving us 4 seasons. It follows Rocket, Otto, Reggie, and Twister as they maneuver through their I don't know. It was like a beach. It was a beach sometimes, the cul-de-sac. Like, these 4 was skateboarding, rollerblading, surfers. They were just outdoors all the time, always in that action. They always had each other's back. They had moments of weakness, but they always stood together. They was always at their uncle's shop getting taken care of. Pops most definitely was a stoner. Most stoners have have this cartoon in their top 10 because I'm sure they watched it, gravitated towards it, and a piece of that show sticks in their memory till this day. Sometimes I go back and watch a couple episodes just to see if I get that same feeling that I did when I watched it originally. And I kind of do. The rewatch value of it isn't as strong, but I do appreciate what it did for me in that time. That's why I got to put it in at number 9. Coming in at number 8, we have everybody's favorite teenage robot, XJ9, My Life as a Teenage Robot. It started, 2003 to 2005. It gave us a little space. It was a hiatus. Came back in 2008, finished in 2009. It follows XJ9, who is your teenage robot. She wants to be your normal teenager with the neighbor boys, but her mom really wants her to protect the world. She goes to school, tries to be a normal girl. The episodes, I really like this anime. The theme song is memorable. There's certain episodes like when she had the skin, the human skin, that really sticks with me. The episode where her sisters came, XJ 1 through 8, the prototypes for her. When she got a paint job. It was so many just off the top of my head that can recall going back to that. I feel like that show does have replay value. It does tell a story, especially when you're a teenager growing up at that time. You're not necessarily a robot, but you do go through the same things that XJ9, aka Jenny, went through, especially with Mrs. Wakeman over her shoulder. The mice episode was funny when they was running through the house. Like, it was the sponge. I'm gonna go back and watch it because I'm going through all these memories again. But it is number 8. I did appreciate it for what it was. It doesn't crack the top 7. Flying in and or poofing in to number 7, we have Fairly Odd Parents. And the original run was from 2001 to 2017. And that is why it is so low on my top 10. I originally made this top 10 and I thought to myself, Fairly Odd Parents would be in my top 3. Then I thought about it. I said, nah, it kind of went on a little bit too long. All right, I'll put it in my top 5. It'll be number 5. But then I started thinking about Sparky and Chloe and all that extra shit they did at the end, and how Timmy was really just an adult, really, like, he really tricked the fairy world. Into him keeping his fairies. He tricked the fairy world into keeping his fairies for over 200 years, 70 years. Like, I forgot what the thing was, but from 2001 to 2017, my memorable times was within the first 8 years of it. That was what it was. Like I said, when they introduced Sparky, when they introduced Poof, that was all right. That was good. That was fine. That kept the show credibility going. It kept the story. It kept the plot points. It kept the episodic memories, the episodic love, and everything together. And the adventures that they went on with Poof. Even when Poof had his episodes against Foop, that was nice. When they started adding in all them extra shits, that was a little bit too much for me. It brought it down on the list. I do appreciate what it did bring us. Fairly Odd Parents, Cosmo and Wanda are a staple in life. Pink and green, you can never see those two colors together anymore without thinking Cosmo and Wanda. I want Fairly Odd Parents. If we were to do a cartoon like Powers, Fairly Odd Parents, really, because like I said, he abused the rule book anyway. I can abuse the rule book, but even with him abusing the rule book, making all these wishes, it did not poof that motherfucker into the top 6. Coming in at number 6, Rudy's got the chalk zone, baby, and I do not. But Rudy also got the chalk to get into number 6. Chalk zone, everybody's favorite, I guess, drawing we would say. And if it's not everybody's favorite, I was up at 2-3 o'clock in the morning watching Chalk Zone. That is a special place burrowed in my mind. That is a core memory for me. No way in hell I was gonna leave Chalk Zone off of my top 10. No way in hell. Rooted to Booty was just so magical. And I can't even sit back. This ain't even one of those ones that I can sit back and go through the episodes with you. I can just tell you that's a core memory watching that show. Me staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning to watch it. And me just, Rudy's got the chalk. Rudy's got the chalk zone. That staying with me for so much. I had to. But because it wasn't like memorable, it wasn't parts in it that I can just go back to. It just had a nice sentimental value to me. It did not let it make the top 5. Coming in at number 5, you love them, you hate them. Helga Pataki wants to date them. It's everybody's favorite neighborhood football head, Arnold. But show is called Hey Arnold. And spanning from 1996 to 2004, it was one of the first cartoons that I watched that was kind of like a soap opera. That was a drama that gave you plot points, that gave you character development, that gave you running storyline, that gave you a running gag with I forgot his name, the foreign man who never had a job, who never I know what you're talking about. I know. Like, oh my goodness, his name is But this show, they even made a movie where he found his parents. You cried with that movie. You had to cry with that movie. That movie was beautiful. That movie was great. Him, Harold, Stoop Kid, like I said, Helga, her character development, wonderful. Arnold, great. This was one of those shows that you could just go back. The rewatchability of this show, the value of it stands the test of time. It was great. It is a must watch. If you haven't watched Hey Arnold, please go back and watch it. Even as an adult, it will teach you so much. The stories, life lessons in it was amazing. I recommend this to any kid, any adult, any person that wants to be comprehensive and who wants to just feel something with a cartoon. Old school 1990s cartoon. Go watch Hey Arnold. Everything I just said for Hey Arnold, we're completely switching gears to my number 4. It is Invader Zim. Invader Zim lasted 5 years because they canceled it, brought it back. It was 2 seasons, 2 or 3 seasons, depending on which platform you watch it on and the split up process of it. But Invader Zim was really good. And I said the opposite because it was goofy. It was more less on the serious side. It did have serious moments. It did have character development. It did have plot. But this was more of a goofy, feel-good. Gur is probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, sidekick in cartoon history. He was loyal. He was funny. He knew how to break the tension. He knew how to keep you on your toes. And he was there for you when you needed him. I love Invader Zim. I watched it 3, 4, 5 times. The Cartoon Network comparison to Invader Zim for me, oddly enough, is Courage the Cowardly Dog. Like, goofy but real, dramatized but only to an extent. Nice, great main characters, side characters make you really want to fall in love with them regardless of how you feel. Invader Zim, number 4. As much as I loved Invader Zim, it did not crack my top 3. Coming in at number 3 is he's a Phantom. Danny Phantom coming in at number 3. It spanned from 2004 to 2007, giving us 3 amazing seasons. It was beautiful. It's gonna be a theme with shows that I like. It's gonna be, If you can tell me a nice story, if you can give me plot, if you can give me great action, if you can give me a lot of these points, especially as a cartoon from 2004 to 2007, before your time, really, not even before your time. Like, and then the big reveal when Vlad revealed he was a ghost too. Sitting there like, damn, yo, not even, I don't even think that was his uncle. That was his dad's lab partner. Maybe that was his uncle too. But that big reveal, when him and Sam, Samantha, the golf, she set so many hearts on fire for the golf women growing up. But like I said, Danny Phantom was one of those staples in the household that you had to watch. One of those cartoons after school that you just waited to come on and just really follow, especially No Diddy when he got that D on his chest. When he went back, changed how he turned. Like, he went back, changed how he turned into a ghost, and then put the D on his chest. Man, that... Amber, you will remember. Box Ghost, like, man, the Skeptor, the Lunch Lady, the Dragon, the episode where all the villains came back, man. Oh my God. Danny Phantom was really nice. I've gone back and watched Danny Phantom a couple times. It has replay value. It's really good. It's top 3, but it's not top 2. Flying in the number 2, it is your favorite Avatar, Korra. I'm playing. April Fools. I'm recording this on April Fools. Fuck no. It's not no goddamn Korra. It's your boy Aang, who was rolling with Katara, who was rolling with Toph, who was rolling with Sokka, who was in that bit. All the nations were living peacefully until the Fire Nation attacked. Like that, Aang, the one who... Oh man, Appa, Momo, Azula, Uncle. Man, Zuko and Azula fight. Zuko would have got his ass whooped if Azula wasn't going crazy. Zuko would have got his ass whooped if Azula wasn't going crazy. Man, EO. R.I.P. Unc. Then the final fight. I feel like the legacy of the Avatar: The Last Airbender got stronger because of how bad The Legend of Korra was. And I don't even think The Legend of Korra was as bad as people are making it. I just feel like it was a lot of plot points and plot holes that they created themselves that they didn't fix themselves. But this isn't no Korra hate. This is an appreciation for Avatar being number 2 on my list. It went from 2005 to 2008. It is on Netflix. If I advise you to go and watch it. This is the closest thing to a cartoon anime. Like that, Samurai Jack, the closest things to a cartoon anime that you're gonna get. The fight scenes, the life lessons. I know I sound like a broken record with this, but most of these cartoons have a life lesson in it. Especially if you're a cartoon that's close to an anime, because most animes have that life lesson in it. Most people want to get the arrow tattoos, or they wanted a boomerang because of Sokka. Katara was a lot of people crushes, or Azula. I was an Azula man. Man, it's crazy. What tribe you wanted to be a part of? I wanted to be a part of the Fire Tribe, the Fire Nation. I wanted to be a part of that Fire Nation. You know, lightning, all water, blood bending. But it did not make it to number 1. Coming in at number 1 for the best Nickelodeon cartoon of all time is going to be Man, it's none other than SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants came out in 1999 and it is still going till this day. I told you at the beginning of this video that SpongeBob till this day is a staple of Nickelodeon and it came out in 1999. I still quote SpongeBob till this day as an adult. I don't watch the newer episodes of SpongeBob. The first 5 seasons of SpongeBob is forever goated. The first 5 seasons. Seasons 6 through 10, they're good. They're not goated, they're good. I don't know much about seasons 10 through 15. I can go back, watch them, see what they hitting for. That's not what I brought you here today. That's not what brought me to having this as my number one. The history that it has, you can quote SpongeBob, the memes that it's produced, the shows that it's influenced, the spin-off, the money that it's made. I Wumbo, you Wumbo, he, she, me, Wumbo, Wumboing, chocolate. Did you say chocolate? Chocolate. Where's my drink? What drink? My drink? My Diet Dr. Kelp? How do you expect me to eat this pizza without a drink? I can't hear you. It's dark in here. Woo! Stop on your right foot. Don't forget it. Then it's time to bring it around town. Bring it around town. Bombs. It's a bomb factory. Sell bombs. Man, SpongeBob. Regardless of how you might feel about SpongeBob, if you want to go to that verse and live there, no matter how annoying, how different he might be, you cannot deny the impact, the heights, the effect, the influence that SpongeBob SquarePants had as a show, as a character, and to a childhood and children of generations. It is going strong for 25, 26 years with more to come. I do appreciate y'all for staying for my list of my top 10 Nickelodeon shows. Feel free to drop your top 10 in the comments down below. You let me know how much you hate my list or how much you love it. Like, share, and subscribe. Join the Unknown Empire. I'm gonna leave a little stuff in my descriptions down below. Until next time, I'll see you when I see you.